Hello and welcome to Sales Tips by Fortreal Real Estate Academy, Nigeria's #1 real estate academy. In this video, we are going to be looking at why you are not selling. Why you are not selling. If you're somebody who is not selling real estate yet, if you're somebody who has not been able to sell real estate consistently, if you're somebody who has sold real estate maybe once and for the next 6 months or the following 6 months you were not able to sell anything, this is the video you should watch and it will give you an answer to why you are not selling. So make sure you're watching this video to the very end so that you get every step or every point I'm going to be giving to you as it relates to why you are not selling or why you are not selling consistently. My name is Raymond Ijama and I am the lead facilitator of the Fortreal Real Estate Academy, and I encourage you to subscribe to this channel, like this video, drop a comment, and of course you can drop a question so that we can answer them either in the comment section or in another video. And don't forget to share this with a friend as well. Here we give you basic free tips on how to sell real estate consistently. And if you're interested in our paid master program or program as the case may be, you can reach out to the number showing on your screen. So let me go into this conversation. I'm going to give you the steps, right? I'm going to give you, I'll just state them out for you. And the reason I want to state them out is because I want to possibly take time to address them in one video per time. In other words, I'll do one, right? I'll just state them out, and in subsequent videos, right, I'm going to take one of them and deal with them one after the other so that you get all of the information. But either ways, I'll give you the basics as it relates to each of the points. And the very first reason why you may not be selling is because you do not understand the industry that you are in. Now, I see people who, in fact, you can be somebody who loves marketing and know how to market, or maybe sell a pen, market this, market something else. But you see, real estate, it is a different ball game. It is a different industry. And if you want to do this business, sell real estate consistently, you first of all have to understand the industry you are in. And for the entire conversation on that is the industry is a high ticket industry. It's a special sector. Not everybody can buy real estate. Not everybody can invest in real estate. So it means that your audience, your prospective clients are not much. They are not many, right? Of course, there can be many in terms of quality and all of that. But the idea is that it is not a business that everybody you find on the road or everybody that you find in your church or in your mosque will buy from you. In fact, it's a business that none of your family members may be able to afford. Because the natural conversation that most people have with business is your friends and families are your first clients. That is the natural conversation that a lot of us talk about when you start a business. In fact, in your mind, you assume that, okay, my uncle will buy, my auntie will buy, or my aunt will buy, my father will buy, my brother will buy, that kind of thing. At least before they buy, you would have gathered some profits to go back to the market, right? But for real estate, when you start it, your father may not be able to afford it. Your mother, your relations, your friends may not be able to afford it. I am a witness to that. When I started, my friends could not afford what I was selling. They could not. In fact, some of them didn't have a profit range of what I was selling for one of my products in per annum, right? Of course, that changed over time, but in the beginning, it would have been a failed business if I had dependent on my friends and family, right? So you have to understand that that is your first reality check if you want to do real estate. And when you understand that, the question will now be, where do I now get my clients? And that definitely is a video for another day. The second reason why you may not be selling is that you have a wrong mindset about the industry and how it works. A wrong mindset about the industry and how the industry works. In other words, some of you come with a get rich quick scheme mentality. You come into the sector, or you have a neighbor who is a realtor, a broker, or a developer, whatever. The guy is into real estate, and the guy uses a very nice, sweet car. And then you're admiring him. You see how he balls online, that kind of thing. And then you come in with that mindset. Okay, the guy is young. The question is, you don't know when he started. That's the question. You don't know his network. You don't know his relationships, right? I have somebody who Guy is doing very well. He's currently at the point of doing this video. He should be somewhere around 27 or 26 years old. This guy is doing very well in the real estate sector. When I mean very well, he's doing very well in the real estate sector. Has almost 10 estates already at the point of doing this particular video. But guess what? If you see that kind of young guy and you're like, oh wow, they can make it fast in real estate, they can make it quick in real estate, and you jump in. The question is, you don't know his story. Now you see him driving a big car and then you admire him. You want to be like him overnight, right? But the question you do not ask is, how long has he been doing this? What is the story behind the success at 26, right? And then the reality is that this guy started doing real estate while he was in the university, and he was focused and consistent all through. So what that simply means is that he has put in about 7 years consistently with focus, with hard work, and with dedication into real estate. But for you, you see the 26 years old successful realtor or broker, but you don't see how much he has put in, on how much he has put in with sacrifice and dedication. So when you see that kind of thing, you just assume and wake up, oh, okay, I'm 20, 25. Maybe before I get to 26 like him, I go down blow. No, you are not going to blow because you have not put in the time, because this business respects process, respects time, respects sacrifice, respects consistency, right? So you have to understand that it's not a get rich quick scheme. People get rich in the business, but the business is not a get rich scheme business. That is another reason why some of you are not selling. You just jump in and then you think everything is going to turn out to be green overnight. It will not work that way. Number 3 is you are in the wrong circle of influence. The wrong circle of influence. In other words, you are within a circle of people who most likely are not selling. If you are in that circle, get out right now. If you are in a circle of people where they are not selling real estate, get out. If you are in a circle of people where people are talking down on the economy, get out. If you are in a circle of people where everybody talks, I don't have, we're managing, we're suffering, things are bad, this is happening, that is not happening, nobody's buying properties, the economy is bad, get out. In that circle, you will not be able to sell real estate because there's already a mental limitation to everything you are going to be doing. You can sell the product and still remain poor. That is the reality. You can sell the product and not be able to get out of the mental pattern that keeps you below the product value, right? So you have to be able to get into the right circle of influence. In other words, get into relationships, get into circles where they're talking about sales, they're talking about investment, they're talking about selling, they're talking about how they sold and earned 10 million in commission, how they sold and earned 5 million in commission, how they became the top selling realtor in the brand or in the company, how they've been top selling realtors for 6 months back to back. That is the circle you should belong to, because when you are in that kind of circle, naturally your mind will open up to the possibilities of what you too can achieve. Point number 4, as relates to why you may not be selling, is that you are not marketing effectively. You are not marketing effectively. If you do not, because of course, marketing, if you watch previous videos, I define marketing as simple, using 2 simple words: interest and awareness. Creating interest and awareness. If you can do these two things, then you can that can qualify as marketing. But it's a higher level, which is the level of effective marketing. And effective marketing for real estate is doing videos, not just doing videos, but doing videos that have the impact of creating interest, creating desire, and of course, a strong need to want to invest in real estate. So effective marketing is the standard. If you are not doing effective marketing, then you are not going to sell consistently. Let me quickly jump. I think I'm spending too much time explaining. Number 5, you don't have a trustworthy brand and you are not building one. It's either you are having a trustworthy brand right now or you are building one. If you are doing none of them, then forget it. If real estate is about buying and selling for you, then you're not going to do well, you're not going to sell consistently. But if you do real estate with a builder's mindset, in other words, you are building a brand. You are not just selling, you are building a brand while selling the product. If you do it that way, you will sell consistently over time. So number 6 is that you don't have the personality of a closer or the skills of a closer. excellence, communication, negotiation, mediation, conviction, and a lot of other skills. Number 7, you don't have a stream that flows in leads consistently. Number 7, you don't have a stream that flows in leads consistently. It's something referred to as a sales funnel. Now, under a sales funnel, the up is wider and the down, no, your normal funnel that you know, right? The up is usually wider and the down is slimmer, something like this. Now, even if you put 1,000 liters of water in here, it's not going to drop the same way that it's entering from the top, right? That's the simple idea of a sales funnel. You can get 20 leads. If they are not quality leads, then expect zero. This one is going to close. But if they are quality leads, then they can be dropping little by little. Two might close this month. Two might close next month. Three might close next 2 months from now. You know, that kind of thing. So if you don't have a stream, now what usually will happen is that assuming you exhaust the 20 people that are up here and you're not putting anything here, here closes, then nothing, no deal is in here anymore, and no deal is going to drop, right? So it means that as a realtor, if you want to do well, then you must grow a stream. Don't just have a pool, right? Or a stagnant water. A pool is usually stagnant except they open it and flow water in, right? But if it's a stream, it means that water is always constantly flowing. Of course, if it's in the season, right? So you have to have a stream that consistently flows in quality leads. When you have that consistently, and you know your closing skills, or you have your closing skills, then definitely you'll be able to close consistently. Number 8, you do not know how to follow up, or you are not following up effectively. You do not know how to follow up, or you are not following up effectively. Number 9, you don't know how to close, which is the balance of capacity and capability. In other words, the skills of closing. Number 10, you are not consistent. You are not consistent. I think I need to end it here. I want to be able to explain some of them little by little, or let me just read it out for you and then we can deal with them one after the other in another video. I've mentioned you don't know how to close, you are not consistent. Consistency is a cheat code. Man, you cannot joke with consistency in the real estate sector. Number 11, you still have options, plan B, right? If you have a plan B and real estate becomes your, for me, I had a plan B and my plan A was real estate. And at the end of the day, my plan B was distracting my plan A, right? I'm not saying you should burn all the bridges and jump all into real estate. You can come in gradually. But either ways, if your plan B is beyond just a plan B and it's beginning to get into the way of your plan A, then you may not be able to sell real estate constantly, because at the end of the day, your mind, your creative ability will not be fixated, or will not fixate its focus on helping you achieve the goal of the plan A, right? And when that is not happening, your mind tells you that don't worry, there's an alternative. At least I feel chop for the next 1 month, that kind of thing. I'm not saying you shouldn't find an alternative, like I mentioned. You have to pay the bills, definitely. You don't have to starve because you're doing real estate. But otherwise, I'm telling you my own personal realities. And if you don't deal with that mental construct, then at the end of the day, your mind will always fall back to the plan B, and then plan A will not do well, right? So you have to find a way to either create a balance or focus only on real estate. And number 12, you're not hungry enough and you don't hate poverty enough. If you are not hungry enough, if your desire is not strong enough and you don't hate poverty enough, maybe you may not be able to. Because if your answer, if you're really hungry, if you really hate poverty, then you will see real estate as that sector that can change your life. And if indeed you put in the work based on the fact that you are hungry to get out of poverty, then definitely you'll find a way to get the job done and sell. And number 13, you're not investing in knowledge. Look, I think I've mentioned that already. I've also dealt with 14. I said, mentioned 14, you don't know how to leverage on social media. Social media is a game changer for selling real estate. Number 15, which is the last one I have on my list here, is you're not becoming a valuable person who is solving problems and attracting the right investors consistently. These are the 15 reasons why you most likely are not selling yet, or you are not selling consistently. I'm going to have further conversations on this as we proceed on this YouTube channel. But if you're interested in going for more and starting right now, we have a paid master program, a paid master class that you can enroll in and have access to every information, comprehensive, practical, simple, based on experience. So if you're interested in that, the number to reach out to is right on your screen. My name again is Raymond Ejaman. This is brought to you by Fortreal Real Estate Academy. Do drop your questions or comments generally. If your question is such that we can answer in the comment section, we'll answer in the comment section. If we have to answer it in another video, we'll do a video to answer your question. But don't forget to like this video, drop a comment, yeah, and then of course share this with your friend. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.